Okay. Good morning. It's 10:42, October the 5th, Sunday. (2025). I had to think about it. I have a lot of things to talk about. I need to make notes because I never do. However, yesterday was the first day of Veg Fest. I went with my mom. It was an adventure. Somehow, my mom is extroverted. I call it extroversion on steroids. She somehow picked all the people who were not vegan at Veg Fest, outside of one. She talked to one that we weren't buying anything from. I usually go to Veg Fest to eat. So she picked one that wasn't there as a distributor. Excuse me. My apologies. She has a radar for this kind of thing. So there were lots of people who weren't vegan there yesterday. I did want to show one thing of sorts. There was a lady there. Her name is Arlen Boyer. She's with Salad Master, and so it's a complete like cookware set of people. Even though it's called Salad Master, I'm going to show you the card here in a minute. They have a complete cookware line, teapots, rice cookers, all the things, and it's supposed to be 100% better for you. Do your own research, but if you live in the metro area here in Kansas City, they'll come to your home and make a meal for your friends and family. You just basically have a shindig, have a party, and invite people to come over to look at the demonstration and taste the food. Let me think. I did a little, I didn't get to talk to her because we got to Veg Fest kind of late yesterday. So I didn't get to talk to her for a good long while, but I did go on YouTube and online just to look at a few videos. It looks like it's going to be a premium set. So I'm giving you this information based on the kindness that she showed me yesterday and the quality that I discerned that this cookware set is. Because she was super cool. She's like, I'll come over, I'll cook, we'll do the things, and just invite some people over to see the demonstration. So you can book time to have them come over and show you the set and demonstrate the quality, which I think is really cool. Here we go. Let me see. Arlen Boyer, and the number is kind of tiny. I'll read it to you. I'll just read it out loud. That's her. And then this is the back of her card. It's very pampered chef. I hope this is coming through. Oh, you can see the number a little bit better there. And you have to maybe freeze the frame to see what that looks like. Saladmaster.com. So, and I feel like if you order online, I hope they give you the opportunity to put in the person who hipped you to the brand. But that was perfect to be at Veg Fest. They had these really cool bowls that looked like insulated and no lids. There probably was lids, but the actual visual, because they had samples of the cookware set out for all to see, they're beautiful. It's a beautiful cookware set. And then some of the research I've done on the functionality It has to be probably one of the top cookware sets in out there. Anyway, I made that face because I'm surprised I didn't know about it, but then again, I don't know everything. So, her phone numbers that are listed here, very tiny. Maybe it's because I'm getting a little bit older. Phone number is 816-805-8326 and 816-491-2539. And her email is Arlyn, spelled ARLYN at DAMASTERK.com. I'll say that again. Arlyn, ARLYN at DAMASTERK.com. That's her email. If you're in KC Metro, call her if you want to see this cookware. If you have friends who love to cook and who appreciate quality cookware, and go to the website first. It's just saladmasters.com, and then when they come over to prepare the meal, it's free. They'll come over and demonstrate and prepare the meal for free. So call her to book to get that done. But she was super kind, super sweet, super generous, even though it was about pack up time for her, because we went late, so it wasn't on her. She wasn't like leaving early or anything. So yeah, check out the website and then give her a buzz if you want her to come by and throw a party for you and your gal pals, your friends from church, your Pilates partners. I said that because I had nectar this morning, and my nectar is right next to Pilates. So your Pilates class, your work people, they'll come to your home, or they'll come to your job if you want them to come. So I thought that was really super cool. And I'm interested in the cookware for myself. If I buy anything from Salad Masters, I will unbox. I can just tell from the pieces that they had set out on their display, and that's a beautiful cookware set. And it's from the research that I've done online, they don't work obviously non-stick and all the things, because you're really not cookware if you're not non-stick anymore, nowadays anyway. So non-stick, and there's one thing that says you can boil eggs without water and all the things. So maybe like there's something exotic about this cookware set. And I personally want the set of bowls, the mixing bowls and salad bowls that she had there at the display yesterday. They were just visually just beautiful. It's very beautiful. So, and if the functionality and all the cool specs that I looked at online are anywhere near true, this is definitely a cool premium cookware set. They have teapots. Most people like me need a teapot. Have to have a teapot. The one I saw was electric, but it was beautiful, and it whistled like the traditional ones on the stove. I usually have both. I usually need one that goes on the stove and electric. But I like a lot of tea, so that's why. Tea that you drink. Let me clarify. I like a lot of tea that you drink. Okay. My cleanse. My cleanse is technically on pause. There's been some dramatic happenings of sorts. I will resume at some point, but right now it's on pause. I think the last day I had tea was the day before yesterday. I am feeling a lot better outside of what I ate at Veg Fest yesterday. Yesterday, It wasn't too bad because my mom was there, and my mom, you know, when they're getting older, they eat less. And so I still eat the same amount, but she didn't want to try as many things. There was a station there that had like oxtail egg rolls, and they sold out. Well, we got there late, so that's part of it. Yesterday I ate raw though. I had a smoothie, well, outside of the portion of food that my mom ordered that she didn't want. That's the caveat. So I try not to try a lot of like non-local. I know this sounds terrible, but once you get that taste in your mouth and it's not local, then you feel like you have to drive there to go get it. Case in point, I used to travel like quite a bit for work and leisure, but mostly work. And there's this place in Arizona. It's called Backyard Taco. And I swear to you, there have been a couple of times where I wanted to use my points to go have some. I didn't pull the trigger on it, but I just don't want the pressure of having to travel to get something that I'm craving. And I don't want the pressure of trying to make it the way I had it, because if you know, like the pots that they made it in and the things that they fried it in, or however they did that, they're not the same as yours. It's not the same. It's not the same. So I don't want that smoke. But we but we did try, I think this place is called Off the Bone. Don't quote me on that. If they're there again today, Veg Fest is 2 days. So if they're there again today, I will be there. I'll clarify. I'll update if that is wrong. I feel like it was Off the Bone. But anyway, my mom ordered a brisket sandwich. She didn't love it. She's not vegan. Keep that in mind. I'm not sure that I would crave it either. It wasn't terrible though. It wasn't terrible. That's coming from vegan taste buds, so I recommend it. My mom, however, she's not vegan. She didn't love it. She gave it like a 3. I give it a 4 out of 5. 4 meaning it was good, and I would order it again if I wanted a brisket sandwich. So it was yummy, but my mom was like, This same place had greens, and my mom, she loved the greens. She thought they were delicious. Her tummy wasn't, my mom's tummy isn't very big, so she's not vegan. And before we got there, she wanted McDonald's, so I took her to McDonald's. It's my mom's birthday, so and it's her life. Like, she's doing her own thing, so she loved the greens. She's like, oh, those are good. She didn't like the brisket sandwich that much. You know, she was like, it's okay. And then I ate raw because Gigi was there and she was serving, thank God. I got a tuna wrap. It was this classic amount of delicious. It was fine. I forgot to order it with guac. I usually get it with guac, tuna and guac. And I usually get it spicy, but they weren't in the actual restaurant, so I didn't know what they had available, and I don't want to make it like so complicated because they're literally outside serving food, you know. They're at the park. Let me see. I had a smoothie yesterday. So the only thing that I really ate was the 3/4, because she ate about 1/4 of her brisket sandwich. So the 3/4 of her brisket sandwich, and I tasted the greens. I had like one little taste of the greens. Yesterday was raw. I ate raw. I ate the untuna sandwich. Untuna. They had a wrap there, but I usually get it without the wrap. And then I had a smoothie that morning. And then today I had, here's my receipt. I just ate it. And yesterday after the After Veg Fest, I went to Smoothie King and got a colada bowl. I'm literally addicted to it. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. It's a very expensive addiction. All the addictions are expensive though. Here's my order from Nectar this morning. Can you see that? That's me. Almond butter bowl with blueberries inside. I think the base is like pitaya or acai. I probably pronounced that wrong. Anyway, I think this one is pitaya though. And then they mix the blueberries in, and then I got protein, vanilla protein, vegan, and then I got peanut butter chia on top, just to kind of bump up the my brain farted. Protein. Yeah, the last couple of days. Oh, and I ate watermelon last night too. I'm just saying, I went and got some watermelon at Hy-Vee. They have it already cut up. So I was nibbly yesterday. Today, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get a shower, and I think I have time to work out at least a half hour today. We shall see. I'm gonna get a shower and go back to Veg Fest and probably go to Gigi's and get something to eat. I'm trying to stay as close to raw as humanly possible. I'm gonna try something else cooked today. I don't know. That's also contingent on budget issues, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I had the bowl this morning. That's it. Day before that was raw, but the only thing that wasn't raw that I did have was a vegan Reese cup. I can't think of what else I ate. I know I had coconut water. I didn't eat that much the other day. I just wasn't in the mood. I'm probably gonna get a coconut water now. Probably gonna go to the store and get a coconut water. There's probably one over there. I'm gonna go see if there's a grocery store right to the left of where I am. So I'm gonna go in there and see if they have. Ever since my cleanse, I've tried before my cleanse, so I did a solid food vacation cleanse, because I did smoothies and aloe water and coconut water and juice for 106 days, somewhere in there. Long time. Since that cleanse, because vast majority of that was organic, so I'd say for 106 days everything was mostly organic. And then after that cleanse, I went to get coconut water, just regular coconut water, and it wasn't my favorite coconut water, and I couldn't drink it. And I'm not one to waste my money. I just poured it out. My daughter, my youngest, she doesn't like coconut water that much, and no, sorry, she doesn't like it at all. I said that much. My youngest doesn't like coconut water at all, and I left it at the house for the girls to like mix into something or make something with. They didn't, so I just threw it away. And you don't know me very well, but I don't waste my money. So I just wasn't able to drink it. I haven't tried a regular coconut water since. I just go straight to, I'll drink organic. So I won't drink it if it's not organic, because I couldn't do it. I don't know. The one that I usually go for is Sprouts. It has a organic coconut water. And then Harmless Harvest is the one I drink all the time. The other coconut water is trash. I can't, and I'm not taste bud ticky like that. I'm not one of those people, you know, the people who you can have them try something and they can tell you what's missing. And I'm saying this loosely because my taste buds have changed tremendously since I've been vegan. But I'm still not the one that you want to. I'll be able to confirm something's off, like something's the matter with it, but I won't be able to confirm what you're missing. So my taste buds are not ticky like that. That's what I'm trying to describe, like what this is like for me. So it's a very weird space to be in for me to be that funny about it, but I am. I feel like nowadays sometimes I can say, oh, maybe that needs, you know, something else, but that's hit and miss, and that's with a lot of effort, brain work, and trying, and I don't want to do it, because for now that I can, in some respect, I guess maybe a little bit, it's still a task. It's still it's still a lot of work. I'm like, no, I don't want to. Something's the matter. So I'll be able to confirm, like if you're in the kitchen and I'm there and you're like, something's the matter, but you're not sure something's off, then I'm the one that will be able to confirm, especially if I've tasted it before or if I know what you're going for. I'm like, no, this is not like the last time you made it, right? I'm that person. Again, with some effort and too much brain work, I might be able to tell you what's the matter. But there's people who naturally do that with great ease, right? I'm not that person. I'm not that person. I'm not her. So, you want to pick somebody who does that very naturally, who's very nitpicky and all the things. That's just not my speed. My daughter, she does that. It needs more, or it's this, or it's that, you know, all the things. She has all the things going. So, but not me. And that's because I don't come from that line of people. I'm greedy, number one. So typically, if I don't like it, I'm probably going to eat it anyway, because I don't like to waste my money. So that's how traumatic this whole coconut water situation was. So in my recommendation, just get organic and leave it alone. Before the cleanse, I could drink coconut water that wasn't organic just fine. before I could do it. Now, nope. Okay. So I've been pretty well raw for the last few days, only because I knew that I wasn't gonna get to continue with the cleanse going forward. And so I was like, well, I've done enough of the cleanse to just be raw. Like, I feel okay, and I'm not super craving cooked food. I could eat cooked food, but it's not a craving. Like, I'm not craving cooked food. So nothing I ate this morning was cooked. That's it. Usually, they're coming from Pilates class. Typically it doesn't take me, typically it takes me too long to get ready to go anywhere. I'm very plain Jane. There's nothing really exotic going on, but it still takes me a long time to get ready. And that's mostly because I take my time. So, I just don't like to be in a rush. So, I'm gonna get ready to go to Veg Fest, get a shower, maybe work out. If I get hungry before I get there, which I could see coming because I know my body, because I'll go potty and then it'll feel like there's nothing in there, and then I'll be like, I'm hungry. So I might stop and get a smoothie on the way there. We shall see. I got a couple of coupons that I could utilize. that won't cut into my Veg Fest budget. And then I'm also looking for a lady. There's usually like someone there who has like body butters or body oils and things of that nature. So I'll be on the hunt for those type of people. And if they show a mess of kindness and passion, then you will hear about it. Just like Arlen. Her and her baby were super sweet. So on her site, I was so well, I got a good sense about her. So I'm gonna go, if I buy anything, I'm gonna go to saladmaster.com and see if it'll let me put in the person that told me about the products. If I cannot put that in, I'm just gonna order direct from her. That's how good I feel about this whole shindig. And if you don't know me, I'm usually a pretty good gauge of people. I usually have a pretty good gauge in that respect. So, but yeah. So online, Salad Master people, if you don't let me put in the person that told me about the product, then I'm just gonna order direct from them. And I think that might be even the company preference. I don't know. We'll see. So, if you're curious, just go on YouTube and type in Salad Master. A bunch of stuff will pop up. Let me see. Oranges. Yeah, I've just been pretty well raw the last couple days. I don't have that super clean toothpaste feeling on the inside, but I'm not craving anything warm and fuzzy either. And I have access to go to Tree Hugger and Pig Out, but it's just not my craving. I think I've been more, just because the death in the family, I think I've been more like on the ice creamy side of things. But other than that, no. There'll be another video on how Veg Fest went today. My mom, she had everybody outside of one baby. And I say that he probably looked like he was 30 at best, I guess. That's me just trying to be accurate, because he looked maybe a little younger than that, maybe. But she, out of all the people she talked to, she only talked to one vegan. Everybody else, you know how extroverts are. Everybody else was not vegan. She must have had a radar for that kind of thing. But she was like, "Are you vegan?" She asked me, tell everybody it was her birthday. It's my mom's birthday. It's my birthday. It is her birthday. So, but there was a lot of non-vegans there, because she was talking to everybody. Which I was surprised. I was surprised. It was very funny. She wants to go again today, but I want to fly solo because I like quiet. my mom is not quiet. I don't know what her deal is. My mom is not quiet. Oh, have mercy. All right, guys, that's it. When I resume, because this is not a when, it's not an if, it's a when. When I resume my cleanse, I will let you know. I figure there's a way around getting this done, and when I get that figured out, I will also let you know. Oh, the T-balls, guys. The last time, one more thing. Well, yeah, however many more. Okay. So I did the T-balls the last time, and obviously the French press, because it has like a like it has a mesh, it has a lot of filters, so the product was cleaner as far as getting sifting out all the debris, the tea debris. The mesh balls are not as accurate. I got to the end of the worst one, which is Parasite Candida. I got to the end of that, and there was a lot of additional debris. And I would think since it brewed for 24 hours and then it set, and during my drinking process, that it would be fine. Like it would be soft and a little bit more chewable, but it wasn't. It just wasn't. So that was unpleasant. The tummy detox, it brewed cleaner, surprisingly. Excuse me. And it tasted better. I was surprised by that. For some reason, it tasted better. I just dropped the balls in the Stanley and put the hot water over top of it, and it wasn't its normal amount of disgusting. I don't know what happened there. The tummy detox, the way it brewed. That's the variables that I didn't want to share because I didn't put them in the French press this last time. So, and I think if the leaves were like almost about to disintegrate or easily chewable, I guess, then I would have been okay with tummy or parasite candida. But I remember that being unpleasant toward the end. Like I took the last sip and there was a bunch of tea debris in there, and I was like, oh, and it was a mouthful of tea leaves and ingredients. It wasn't good. And again, tummy detox, it was cleaner. I think what's in there didn't have a lot of debris. It did have some, but it didn't have a lot of tea debris. It didn't have a lot of tea debris in there. So I don't know. And the tea balls, they're pretty fine. It's pretty fine. So I don't know. Maybe I did something wrong. I'm gonna try again because there's a clip before you close the tea ball. There's a little clip that you click it on, and so I'm wondering, because the tummy detox didn't have as much debris, so I'm wondering on the parasite candida if I didn't clip it all the way. It might just be a me thing and not the tea thing. So I'm gonna try again. Close the clip on it to make sure it's closed, and then try it again, see if it was me. Could have been. No, I did it wrong. Now I do know how to work tea balls, but I've never had one that had the additional clip on it. You usually just close it, and sometimes they're not sealed completely tightly, but like if you got like a hibiscus or sorrel, they're the same. Those leaves are not horrific to swallow and or chew. See what I'm saying? So it's different. And you can't eat them. You can eat the leaves. It's fine. Nothing will happen. But it just was unpleasant. So I'm gonna try one more time because maybe it was me. Okay. I think that's it for today. Mostly raw, outside of the brisket sandwich that I ate that my mom didn't want. May try something else today. Definitely going straight to Gigi's. I'm just gonna try to stay primarily raw until I can't, basically. Usually, because we have really brutal winters in the Midwest, so usually about that time I want soup and I buckle. So we shall see. For those of you trying to stay raw through the winter, one of the things that I do make the exception on is tea. So the tea kind of keeps you warmer. There are people that are so raw that they won't even cook their tea. They won't even heat it above the normal temperatures. I think it's 115 or 118. 115 degrees Fahrenheit or 118 degrees Fahrenheit is still raw. So you'll see like a lot of raw vegans with dehydrators, because you can make quite a bit of things. It's just low and slow. So it's not crock pot quick, like it's not 8 hours. Well, some things are pretty quick, but it's not crock pot quick on some things. Some things take days, like literally. I think the longest recipe is like 2 days. It's literally in there. It's dehydrating for 24, 26 hours. Long time. But that helps to the food retain the nutritional density. So when you cook at high temperatures, you're killing enzymes and nutrients when you cook at high temperatures. If you cook low and slow, which dehydration wise, then you keep most of the nutrition. I did see a raw vegan. I don't know that she had a dehydrator. What she did was she put her oven on the lowest temperature, which is approximately 180, I believe, on stoves, and then she propped the stove open to let some of the heat out, and I thought that was brilliant. But so I don't want to say she didn't have a dehydrator, but that's a really good idea if you don't have access to one. So maybe you do have one, but you travel, and some of the dehydrators are huge depending on which one you buy. So if you travel and you want to dehydrate something, let's say you want to make something with, marinated mushrooms or something, so she put it on the lowest setting and opened up the stove. And in that regard, since the stove is on wherever you are, you can probably turn off the heat, because it's got to cook in the stove for a good long time, like 6 some odd hours, depending on what's going on. So you can probably turn your heat down pretty low, because the stove is going to be open to kind of pull some of that heat off of, basically to help the stove not kill the nutrients. So it's pretty smart. I want to dehydrate it though. So, and that, I think that's gonna work for most of us. Most of us are pretty chilly. Women as a whole, vegan or not, are usually iron deficient. So that might be a good bet to just pop open the stove and do that. I don't know. I think that's it for today. That is all. I think that's it. Have a good one, guys.